I want to welcome you to the Information Technology Laboratory. As Simon said, I'm the acting director. ITL, as we refer to it, is one of 7 laboratories that make up the IRDIC. Our director retired at the end of February, so right now I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything. I'm the acting director, and I'm also still serving as the deputy director, so I have a lot going on in my life, as you can imagine. But I do want to welcome you here. I also want to welcome you to Vicksburg. How many of you are visiting Vicksburg, Mississippi for the very first time? Wow. A lot of folks. So if you have time to get out, be sure and get out and see our city. We're very proud of it. There's a lot to do and see. You need to visit the National Military Park. We have over 1 million visitors a year that visit there. There's a lot of growth downtown, a lot of cool restaurants to go to. You need to go to the visitor center that overlooks the Mississippi River, which is very high right now. We just reached flood stage a few weeks back, so the river's still really high. Normally, during the summertime, there's sandbars that you can go camp out on and pull your boat up to, but right now it's very high. So also just a little bit of Vicksburg trivia. The first Coke was actually bottled here in Vicksburg, Mississippi. So that's an interesting bit of trivia, and you can see our town is beautiful right now. I know a lot of you probably come from up north where there's snow and cold weather, so welcome to the sunny South. We appreciate you coming down here, and I've spent my entire career, as Simon said, here in ITL. So I'm a native of Mississippi, if you can't tell that already. Anyway, and I'm here because I love what we do here at IRDIC. We're not here to become rich, but we're here because we're passionate about what we do. We love what we do. We love solving the world's toughest problems, right? That's what we're all about here at IRDIC. So sometimes it's a lot easier for you to see what we do as opposed for me to tell you about it. So I have a video that I want to show you guys. So that'll give you a little bit better feel of what goes on here within ITL and within the IRDIC.
Technology is innovating and expanding at an exponential rate. It provides the key to solving the tough problems facing our nation and Department of Defense. Today, problems are being solved that only a decade ago seemed unsolvable. The Information Technology Laboratory, one of 7 U.S. Army Engineer Research and Development Center labs, is on the forefront of technological innovation in the DoD. Our supercomputers, performing billions of calculations per second, are helping to solve the DoD's hardest problems. We are developing decision systems that can analyze millions of alternative solutions, creating analytical systems to harness the power of big data, utilizing computer-aided design and geospatial technologies for enhanced situational awareness, and developing information systems to streamline critical military business and financial functions. We are exploring social networking to easier connect people to people and people to relevant content. And we are developing mobile technology to connect users to information 24 hours a day, providing critical communication on the battlefield and during natural disasters. IRDIC ITL is creating innovative solutions through technology by utilizing our 3 key strengths: our scientific expertise, our state-of-the-art facilities, and most importantly, our drive to make a difference for our nation and our military. IRDIC ITL solutions are helping our military move faster, stay safer, protect U.S. cyberspace, and dominate the battlefields of today and tomorrow. On the home front, IRDIC ITL is applying technology to improve flood control and navigation, protect threatened and endangered species, eliminate contaminants from our environment, improve our aging infrastructure, increase hurricane and storm protection, and enhance emergency response efforts. IRDIC ITL has been addressing these and other critical problems since 1984, when given the mission to become the DoD's premier laboratory for information technology. Fast forward to today, ERDIC ITL's role has expanded throughout the DoD. We now oversee the entire DoD supercomputing program that includes 5 state-of-the-art computing centers across the U.S. ERDIC ITL is also working with the DoD acquisitions community to develop computational capabilities for better design resiliency of military systems and to improve the DoD's ability to procure the next generation of aircraft, ships, and ground vehicles. You can count on ERDIC ITL to continue leading the way, making our world, our nation, our military safer and better through innovative technology.
All right, do y'all see now why we all work for the ERDIC? Don't this make all of you want to come work for the ERDIC? That video is actually built here in-house in ITL, and we do use that for recruiting, and it's been good for us. Anyway, I have a few slides that I want to go through really quickly. I think I have about 5 minutes left, so I'll kind of zip through these because most of them we kind of talked about it in the video. But so here you'll see the ERDIC's mission to help solve our nation's most challenging problems in civil and military engineering, geospatial sciences, water resources, and environmental sciences for the Army, Department of Defense, civilian agencies, and our nation's public good. And then you can see how ITL fits into this mission space. We provide innovative solutions to solve the nation's most complex and challenging technology and computational issues. So here's our vision. We want to be a world-class R&D organization that discovers, develops, and delivers solutions to make the world safer and better. These are some of our values and our guiding principles. You can just read through those, but we basically adopted the Army values, and then you can see our set of guiding principles. This is how we're organized, and most of the labs in the ERDIC are organized this way. We have an executive office. All the labs have a technical director's office. They have a management integration office, which provides financial support to the laboratories. And most of the labs, well, all the labs have 2 divisions. Our 2 divisions you'll see are the Computational Science and Engineering Division and the Software Engineering and Informatics Division. And then under those, we have branches, 4 branches under the 2 divisions. And we're organized a little bit different because we also have the mission to run the DoD High Performance Computing Modernization Program. And we also have the ITL director is dual-hatted. They're also the Chief Information Officer for the ERDIC. And then we just happen to have one of the supercomputing research centers located right here in Vicksburg, too. So our people, you can see we're highly educated. Right now we have about 299 federal employees. We have probably another 150 or so contract employees. So our laboratory is about 450 people. Out of those 299, we're very proud that we have 193 scientists engineers. When I started here, my career about 30 years ago, so I'm giving you my age now, we had probably 25 computer scientists. So we have grown to a very large organization, and we're very proud of that. We do encourage our employees to continue their education and get advanced degrees. You can see we have 44 PhDs and 10 that are pursuing, and we have 5 PhDs, or 5 people that are going on long-term training this year to pursue their PhDs. And out of the 193, we have 107 that have master's degrees. So these are pretty impressive numbers. Our mission is growing, therefore our workforce is growing, and by the year 2025, we hope to have 250 scientists and engineers. So we're heavily recruiting, so if you know of any good scientists and engineers who are looking for a job, I'll be glad to give you my number or talk with you at some point today. So, okay, next slide. So these are our main programs, or our portfolio. These are our big 5 areas. So the High Performance Computing Modernization Program, ERS, Data Analytics, Cybersecurity, and then Enabling the Regiment, which is our work that we do for USA's headquarters and we do here for the ERDIC. So I'm going to run through these really quickly, but what does it mean to be the leader or have the office of the High Performance Computing Modernization Program located here in Vicksburg? Well, we run it for the entire Department of Defense, and there are 5 supercomputing research centers. One is located, AFRL is located at Wright-Patt Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. The Army Research Lab located at Aberdeen Proving Ground in Maryland. We have the Army Engineer Research and Development Center, DSRC, located right here in ITL. There's a research center located in Maui, and then the Navy Research Center is actually located at Stennis down on the Mississippi coast. And then another thing that we do, we actually run the Defense Research and Engineering Network. The ITL director is actually the authorizing official for that network. So we manage that, and then 2 more pieces that are part of the ecosystem for the HPCMP. We manage and develop software solutions and also test and evaluation. Another program that's very important to us, and it's Dr. Pittman will probably talk about the ERDIC business areas. So this is one of the business areas that ITL owns, the Engineered Resilient Systems. You guys probably have heard about it a lot, and you'll hear more about it as you go through the workshop today and tomorrow. But it's basically looking at the acquisition process and trying to streamline it and make it faster. Data analytics is something that we've been working on. We have about 10 PhDs that are working in that area now. We're looking at big data, and we're leveraging our HPC capabilities, and we're doing this through the use of machine learning and deep learning. So this is something we're engaged in on numerous projects, and you can see those on the left side. But this has been a major focus for us the last year or so, and we continue to staff up in this area. Cybersecurity, we have 3 areas that we focus in cybersecurity. We have a team here, we call them the SCAVI team. They actually do the security control assessments of the networks. They do this all over the world. We also provide the cybersecurity service for the HPCMP, the DRAN, the backbone to the HPCMP network. And then we also are doing research in cybersecurity to we're collecting a lot of data, so we're trying to make sense of that to see if we can predict intrusions into the network. And then we are also working with USAID and some other agencies, TISMO, to look at SCADA systems on our critical infrastructure. And then we work a lot with our headquarters, so these are some of the things that we work in conjunction with USAID. We've been very engaged this past hurricane season as we prepare for another one. And Blue Roof and MICA, we've had a number of employees across the ERDIC and here in ITL that have been deployed to Puerto Rico, and we have a number that are still there today working on these cleanup efforts. And then here, this is how we collaborate and work across the ERDIC. All of these initials, they represent the different laboratories within the ERDIC. So these are some of the programs that we collaborate and work with across the ERDIC. We also are responsible for the oversight of ERDIC IT investments. That's a part of the mission of the ERDIC CIO office. We also have our own research and development network here on the ERDIC, and that allows our researchers to have flexibility to do the things that they need to do on the network without compromising security. There's a lot of things that we can't do on our enterprise network, so that's why we have a research network here to, like I said, give our researchers the flexibility. These are just some of the academia that we partner with. This is just a snippet, so we work closely with our colleges and universities. And then we also have international partnerships out there. So work closely with a lot of other nations. And then just to give you a little bit of information about our infrastructure here. As you know, this is not your typical government building. We have state-of-the-art facilities here that we're very proud of. We moved into this part of the building in 2014. ITL is composed of the 2 buildings across the road here and this one. There's a tunnel right here at the end that connects all of the buildings together. So with this building, we have about 29,000 square feet of raised floor space here. We have an 8,000 square foot conference facility and 180 private offices. We have 5 networks that we have access to. Also in the building next door, we have the Joint Computing Facility, and the Corps of Engineers Central Processing Center is located here. They have 2, one here and one out in Portland, Oregon. And then we have 2, I call them the Twin Towers back here. Hopefully you'll get a chance to look at them. But it's 10,000 square feet of raised computing floor space that houses our supercomputers. We're still improving upon our infrastructure. We're growing, so that's a good thing. But the bad thing is we're out of space. So we're working on a 2nd floor renovation over here that'll add about 50 more offices. Another thing that we have in the works that we're very excited about is our top secret computing facility that's going to come online at the end of 19 and 20. It's about 12,000 square feet that'll sit right back out on the side on the parking lot over here. So that'll give us the ability to bring some of the big machines in here to do top secret computing. We also have another building. You can better see them probably here. The top right corner, that shows you, it's a rendering of what our secure computing facility will look like. And then the bottom picture is a building that should come online in the next 2 to 3 years, and that's actually will be office space for the Supercomputing Research Center. So I think this is my last slide here, just to kind of show you where ITL's sweet spot is. You'll see there in the middle, the green, what our niche is. Our niche is being able to leverage these high-performance computings to tackle tough problems, you know, looking at big computations, big data, and big analytics. That's our big focus, and that's our niche. So, good. Anyway, welcome here, and if you have any questions, be sure and grab me during the break or something like that. So, hope you enjoy your 2 days here and have a really good workshop. Thank you.